Hi Axel, thank you so much for joining us on Black Ink Cinema podcast.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
It's actually a pleasure. As you know, I stalked you until I got you on the show, so
yes.
I'm excited.
Yes.
Now, you've been around for a minute, but for those people who don't know, how did you get started into comedy and stand-up?
How did I get started? I got started back in, 2009, I'd say. 2009. I went to a few shows and I was like, this is amazing.
Were you like, I'm funnier?
No, I didn't really. I knew I was funny. I was school funny.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? I was like, yeah, joking with my friends, but and I knew my friends.
Exactly.
Yeah, but then to make a bunch of people that don't know you laugh, I thought, how the hell do you do that?
Honestly, I commend comedians and stand-up so much because I'm funny to myself.
Yeah,
like,
I see what you're saying, yeah.
But outside of that, I don't know how I could stand up on a stage and make you laugh.
What I realized the difference is like it's just technique. But at first, when you see it, you're like, how are you just talking to these people and your knees ain't buckling? But it's just technique and practice. So anyways, at first I was like, wow, that's amazing. How's the person doing this? And I thought, I need to try this. I'm quite adventurous like that.
Yeah.
Like
brave.
if I see, I just think, let's go for it.
Yeah.
If I fail, at least I know.
At least you tried.
At least I tried.
Exactly.
And I can't remember. I told my missus at the time, who I was with at the time, and she just went, "You're not funny." Yeah, she shut it down.
Where's the support?
No, none of that. No, she was like, "But you're not. What do you mean? You think you're gonna? Come on, man. Stop being silly." That she was like, "That's a joke in itself." She's going all out. Yeah, but that kind of fueled me to say, you know what? All right, cool. So I went and I studied, and because I didn't know where to start. I was thinking, how do you just go from the comedy?
I never know how people start out.
There's that classes where it shows you the fundamentals of stand-up.
Okay.
And how to write a joke. Because there's ways to write a joke, you know.
Of course.
You don't just go, hey,
it's a skill.
Yeah, there's ways
to.
So once I learned that, I just went on from there and just kept going and just kept building up. And from there, I just literally international bookings and traveling here, there, and really crafted my skill set. And then watching the older comics and how because comedy's changed as well.
Yes.
From back in the day to now, it's different formats.
Of comedy, absolutely.
So
and ways of expressing yourself.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So just learning that, and it's just been fun.
Yeah. Who were your influences?
Slim, Bernie Mac, Richard Pryor. There's one more. I like a guy called Junior Booker as well.
Oh, Junior Booker, he's crazy.
Yeah,
We've had him on.
Yeah.
I love Junior.
I love Junior.
Yeah.
He's
one of those people that's like funny without trying.
Yes. Yeah. I've got a lot of time for Junior. He's a good friend of mine. So these are my inspirations really.
Yeah.
And just being around them, writing jokes with them, and just being they've become good friends, these people.
And from the new generation of comedians and stand-up, who do you like at the moment or stands out for you?
Kazim, Dino, Mac.
All friends of the show.
Yeah.
Yes.
Fatima, that's another one.
Love her.
Yeah. Oh,
I've told we've been here.
Oh wow.
We've been here.
Yeah, man. So these are people to look out for. They got nice talent and they know how to structure their jokes, and it's just amazing to see. And with this new world of social media as well, it's crazy now. Because that's a different formula as well. So how you do a joke on video is very different to how you do a joke on stand-up, like live.
Honestly, I find the TikTokers so creative because they're just churning out content at a million miles per hour. And you're just
crazy.
like, where do you have the time to sit down and think about that? Because it's great and it's hilarious, but
and then it's just constant, and you got to be consistent with it.
Yeah.
And then you can't have a dip. It's got to be just as good, or you got to be getting better as well.
Yeah.
Because the audience will let you know.
Exactly.
Bro, come on, you're falling off. They'll let you know. So it's a ruthless one, that social media.
It is.
Video stuff. But
and if you don't keep it up.
Yeah.
It's like next.
Yeah, literally. It's one in one. That's not even a one in one. But once you dip,
Yeah, that's it.
you're old news, bro.
Dead
Like,
to them.
yeah, look quick, because there's so many others to choose from as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's crazy. But watching everything now and comedy and stand up and we call them video medians, social medians is the word. Sorry.
Right.
Social medians, like it's because even pranking's a style of comedy.
Yeah.
Acting like it's viewed in a sitcom. That's a
I have
style
to
of
say,
comedy.
I've never been a fan of pranking just because
Yes,
I'm
what
the
is
most
cool.
gullible person
Oh, is
anyway.
it?
So I'll be that idiot that just falls for
Yeah,
it.
it's just crazy. Then you've got the video format, like you've got even ranting. Someone ranting, that's a style of comedy.
I do that for free. I mean, someone should just roll the camera.
Yeah. It's just all sorts of, and it's all under the comedy umbrella. You know, and finding what lane fits you. And a lot of people can do videos, but they wouldn't dare stand in front of a crowd.
Yeah, because videos it's between like you and the camera.
Yeah,
like you're
no one's there.
you don't have no one looking at you to judge you, and you can just like put it out there and like hide.
Yeah, I've got a lot of friends that's like, no way will I stand out
Yeah.
there. So, and I heard a lot of the Americans, the same problem, that they've been millions of views on followers on their thing, and they're like, yeah, this them, and then people are like, I want to see you, meet and greet, and they're like, whoa.
Too much.
And when they see the numbers of how many people want to see them, they're like, wow, how do you?
Yeah.
You know, so you've got to be mentally like
Strong.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And be ready for people to say what they want about you. Literally say what they want.
It is tough putting yourself out there.
Yeah, you can't take it literally. I don't even read comments and things. Like there's no point. There's no need.
There are some people who live for the comment section. I'm not one of those people because I feel like sometimes people are a bit toxic for fun, like just because they want to be.
It's just how internet, to me, generally speaking, internet is more leaning towards toxic.
Yeah. Keyboard warriors, like all of that. I'm part of the old school where it's like, if you've got something to say, you say it to someone's face. Like,
it's just
not for me.
It's crazy, and it's entertainment to some people, isn't it?
It is. Some people live for that. So I hear you're also somewhat of a businessman.
Yeah, you can say.
What do you dabble in?
Drugs, no joking. I'm joking.
We
So your joke didn't
or promote drugs.
No, so property. So
Cool.
Yeah, I'm a property investor.
That's brilliant. Don't say it like that. Say it with your chest.
No, you know, I'm calm. I'm calm with it.
You do that.
Yeah. That's what I do.
What made you get into that?
My missus, she bought property when we've been together for 11 years. And she bought property when we was like 24, and I was like, what?
She's one of those people.
Yeah. She
Had it together early.
And I didn't even think it was an option. It just wasn't even in my head at that age as well.
You and I both.
It just wasn't even. And when I saw her do that, and I remember when I went to the house, I couldn't believe it. 3-bed, and it was just front, back, garden, and I just couldn't. It showed me it's achievable.
Absolutely.
And then from that point on, then we bought our own, and then we just kept going. Now she's got a few of her own. I've got a bunch, man. We just like.
All right, power couple.
It's
all right. This is what I like to see.
Well, you just told me, yeah.
B and J over here.
Don't be calm about it. I'm telling you, you're all right. So it's crazy.
Yeah.
So we just bought one a few weeks ago. We got another one going through. I'll probably get the keys at the end of this month.
Well, come on, guys.
It's crazy.
Just gonna.
It
I'm
is
not gonna let that
crazy.
one slide. I love that. I love to
Yeah.
hear that. It's always inspiring and so nice to hear because I don't know. I feel like in the community we kind of don't talk about things like that. Don't share information and don't celebrate when we're doing quite well.
It's funny because now I'm in that world. You'd be surprised who's into investing and property. You'd be surprised. Like you'd be like, what you like? Even the people I've met, I'm like, what you?
Don't judge a book by its cover.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
I know some guys with 40, 50 properties.
Yeah.
But you never know.
It's kind of the way to keep it though.
Yeah. So after a while, once the numbers start, you just kind of you're quiet about it, but you're loud when you need to be.
Yes, exactly.
You know? So it's that kind of thing.
So do you feel like you need to have, in stand-up, in doing comedy, to have a backup career?
Yeah, I think with most things, now just being an investor, and property and stuff. It's good to have multiple streams of income. 100%. I would say no one ever just have one stream. No
Absolutely.
way. Yeah.
That's just the poor man's game, man.
100%. Yeah, 100%.
You're one job away from being poor.
Yeah, literally. Have a few streams.
Yeah.
They say the average millionaire has 7 streams.
We read the same book.
Yeah, it's literally. But I being an investor now, I can see how it is. Even just before I came here, I had a meeting with this this guy. He's going to be my broker now, and just investing in because I've invested in stocks and shares.
Yes.
But I wanted someone that does this full time. That's what they do.
Yeah.
And it was just through meeting another friend, and he invested a large sum, and his returns. And I said, introduce me. So he met me, you know, and then just literally from that, I'm like, you know what, I'll give you a chance.
Yeah.
As a certain amount. Let's go. And so
Love that.
that's just another stream, but it's just from word of mouth, being around the right kind of people. Because it seems like investors kind of, when they hear something else that's working, they'll let you know, oh, I'm doing a thing. Oh yeah, jump on board.
And you've got to be in the know.
Yeah, you've got to be in the know.
Before it's too late.
Yeah.
Like, no point investing when it's...
Yeah, it's weird, like even property investors, if they see a deal that they're not ready for, because a lot of investors, sometimes your money's tied up. You're like, oh, that's a great deal, but I'm tied up over here.
That's a good problem to have.
Yeah, it is. And then what they will do is they'll be like, let me call my guy, he will take it. And they'll be like, oh, there's this deal. They won't let the deal go. They'll show other people like, are you ready? Are you tied up?
Yeah.
You know, because if you're not tied up, then it's amazing, you know, but it seems like in other things like that used to be, you know, the other kind of, when I was younger, that kind of mentality, it wouldn't be about helping others.
Each other,
it wouldn't really, you wouldn't see that. But over there, it's like, there's still, I can't do it, but you know, if I can't, you can.
Exactly.
When I first saw that, I was amazed. I was like, this is amazing.
Since I've been missing out on all this life. Yeah.
And if I don't know, just things like if we need a solicitor or broker or something, they'll be like, oh, I got this great one.
Person.
Yeah, they would. I know this great guy. Yeah, if you need him, I've used him. It's just like if you need anything,
I'll be joining soon.
Yeah, it's an amazing.
So when you're on stage, do you ever feel like you have to censor yourself, worried about cancel culture? No. Oh.
Comedy is one of the things you could go wild with. You could go very wild. It's under the title joke, so you can go what? Yeah, there's some crazy jokes like that.
Yes.
But you just like, he's joking. He's a comedian.
LOL.
Haha. Yeah. So no, I don't feel that. I don't feel like, oh, you get cancelled. I don't even think I'm at that level to be like, oh, I'm gonna cancel you.
Listen, the PC police will find you, like, so.
I just don't feel like I'm at that level, and who's gonna hear it? I don't know. But joke comedians, you could get away with a lot.
I feel like they do. They have like this protective layer of like saying the most crudest stuff. Yeah. It's like, it's a joke.
It's a joke.
I was joking.
Yeah.
Haha.
Yeah. This is what you came here for. You came for joke. If you did like it, you shouldn't have been at the comedy show there. Yeah. You know. So.
Do you feel like with the rise of shows like Don't Hate the Players, that comedians and stand-up comedians are getting their recognition? Do you feel like UK comedians especially are getting that recognition? Because I feel like Black UK comedians were kind of under the radar, and I feel like maybe in the last year or so are starting to become more mainstream, and people that I've known for like 10, 12 years, and it's like, they're not new.
They're not new.
Legends.
I think it's the people that I see more like that are the people that are prolific on social media. I don't feel like, I can't think of a stand-up comedian now that is on TV just solely because of their stand-up. Right. It would have been for the push of social. Social has put people on a platform like we've never seen before. Back in the day, the older dons, those guys, they were saying like you had to work 10 years and get your special. A special is when you've got an hour piece of your material, and then get that on, and then you have to sell out Soho, or you have to sell out Hackney Empire just for the critics to then write about you. Then for them, do you know what I mean? That was a different kind of
process.
Now, if you're on social media and you've got that buzz, they will see you, and it's like now
one video can go viral. That is
companies just need to see what's your numbers. Cool. they'll look through your content and they'll be like, okay, I'm getting a gist. If there's nothing too crude or too crazy, they're sweeping you up. They're like, yeah, no problem. It's just about numbers.
Yeah.
So
how do you feel about that?
It's the business. I get that. It's like, it's the numbers. It's the transition. You got the numbers. I want to promote to your numbers. Here's this amount. Cool. Just, you know, so so a lot of the social media comedians, that's who I see coming through. And yeah, props to everyone that's doing that, because it's a beautiful time right now.
Yeah, no, it is.
It's a beautiful time. You're in control of your own destiny, I feel. Because if you think of it, the way we see it is everyone's social media platform is like their own TV channel. It's down to you to promote how big you're gonna get. Purely up to you. Yeah. How much work you put in. But before, you'd have to rely on the TV channel and how much they're gonna put you. No, now it's you're your own TV channel. Yeah. So as much work as you put, you like my boy Munya and Mo. It's up to them. It's literally up to them how much their work rate is.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And once it's at a certain quality and whatnot, people just promote it for you. That's the good thing about comedy.
I do like the fact that when you, like Munya, for example, I sadly got into TikTok over lockdown at the beginning, and I thought I would never be that person. I'm too old, but no, honestly, it's bloody entertaining. And so that's where I first saw him, and I was like, this guy is hilarious. Fast forward 6 months later, and he's like this mega superstar, and I was just like, to see the growth rapidly happen with, like, in front of your eyes was pretty insane.
Do you know what the good thing about the comedy is like, it's self-promoting. Because it's, if I showed you a funny video now, one of the first things you're gonna want to do is show someone else. You'd be like, you look at this.
Forever.
Straight away, you're promoting without you. But if it was like, I don't know, a music video or something, it's not something that you'd be like, oh, look at this. It's just you watch it, but it's funny enough, it will just go. You just like drop it. And it will just fly. You just sit back while you're sipping your tea, go to bed, wake up, and it's just, you know, so it's a beautiful thing.
So do you want to share with the people your socials?
My socials is Axel Comedian. That's on Snapchat, that's on Instagram, and from there you'll find everything else. Axel Comedian.
There you go. Oh, I love the wing. So Black Ink Cinema is all about celebrating Black cinema, and you chose the iconic, groundbreaking Black Panther with the stellar cast led by the late, great Chadwick Boseman. This is difficult because it's like his death hit everyone like a ton of bricks. But I love the film and everything it stood for. So over to you, why did you select this film?
Well, it was just one of the masterpieces of this time. I'm a huge Marvel fan.
I love Marvel as well.
Like it's so the fact that we had this all black cast, director, producer, and in such a huge brand. So they're the big dogs.
Yes.
And then to have that film and to do so well, and it's a good film as well.
Absolutely.
It's just. I'm surprised no one spoke about it already. So.
So we were talking about that because you were like, surely someone's done
like must have done.
And I was like, I feel like because it's such an obvious choice, a lot of people just probably thought, no, someone else has done it, so they didn't pick it. But I'm glad you chose it because for me, it holds a special place in my heart. And I remember when it first came out back in 2018, I held like a little private screening for family and friends. Yeah, we dressed up.
It was a big thing,
head wrap came out, earrings.
When have you ever seen anything like that before?
It was the one time for me that I'd be waiting for my whole life to celebrate just being Black and African. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, just, there's a film, majority the cast is Black, made by Black people, celebrating Africans, and we haven't got flies. There's no trauma wrapped up in it. He's a king.
He's a multi-billion
king. Of course I'm gonna make this like an experience because I could, even before it came out, I could tell that this was going to be bigger than what anyone anticipated. So I was like, nah, I've got to make this an experience for everyone. And everyone loved it, honestly. It was such a good vibe, like such a good time.
And the thing is, if you like a fan of the comics, the guy that, because you got to think, all these films that Marvel make are from the comics that they made starting from the 1940s to 50s. And I'm not sure the year that they wrote, it was Jack Kirby that wrote that. And for him to, because that would have been it wouldn't be an easy time for Black people.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But for him to write that character and such a nice way, a high standing way. I rate it. I rate him. I rate, and the fact that it's how many years later, and we can see that, and there's not even, they haven't changed anything where, it wasn't like they changed it, well, I used to be a slave, but now we'll make him a king. That's how it was written back then.
Like, we're living the good life here in Wakanda. You guys are the peasants.
And he wrote that back then. He was a multi-millionaire. He's a king. He's, family, and that we was more advanced than anyone else. That's a beautiful thing. That's another reason why.
Absolutely. I mean, I remember watching the film and I was like, look at this. I see what you're saying here, but if you don't know, because a lot of people, like my mum, she watched it 5 times to kind of support the. And of course.
Take
my money.
Yeah. So, but she had no idea that this was written. She thought, this is written in this time.
No.
I was like, no, mum. This has been there.
This has been there.
Yeah, like he's a big deal. You know what I mean? So. And she was like, they haven't made this because of...
It's not a reactive thing. It's more, it was there. It's just, I think we were finally catching up with Marvel. And the books and the comics, sorry.
I really upset to see that, because I wanted to see the, in Black Panther 2.
And we're gonna touch upon... Okay, let's just go there. How do you feel about Black Panther 2?
Well, I was ready for it because I know that they was going to introduce Namor. Namor was another big character that was, and in the comics, Wakanda and Namor, Atlantis, it's kind of like Aquaman, but Marvel's version.
Okay.
They was at war.
Okay.
So they came up to the surface. Wakanda was like, "Are you mad? You best get back down."
Sure, fam.
And it was a big thing. It was huge, and they was gonna make that the part 2.
Well?
No, he's like, he looks like he's Spanish.
Okay, no, I was just about to say, because like black people are swimming, which is like a weird thing, and I'm just like, why? I love swimming, so I don't get swimming. Why. Oh, good. See,
I love swimming.
2 black people that swim.
Because not a lot of people swim.
No, it's a very strange thing. I'm like, we're tropical babies. Like, how do we not know?
Yeah, so that I was looking forward to that, and he played such a prolific role in. He didn't just do his movie. He was like, Black Panther's in this. Even in the last, and I don't know if you're into it like me, but Endgame.
Of course,
like, okay, cool. I don't know.
There was a cheer.
When he came out. It's not just.
It was an emotional.
Exactly.
I was so happy, as if that's my friend. Yeah. Like, me and him. Haven't seen him for 5 years.
Yeah, it's not like they picked someone else. Spider-Man, you come through.
He just walked.
Yeah, he just walked through. Him with Okoye and.
And I'm very sure they got the loudest cheer when I was in the cinema.
Yeah.
Like, everyone else was coming through, but like when those 3 came through, it was like
it's crazy.
The heavens opened. Yeah.
Even when you heard what's his name, Sam, Falcons, what's it, Cap on your left.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and then you just see them. I was just like,
I actually can't.
So I just like how he was stamped in. You are a major role and character in this franchise. You're going to be in many, many films. And I was like, many
aspects that I loved about Black Panther, but also the fact that it felt like a global unifying experience.
100%.
And I've never felt this like euphoric community in my whole life. Because I was just like, it was black excellence, but it was like celebrating blackness and like from all corners of the world. And I just felt like up until that point, we hadn't really had that.
Yes.
And so it done more than just being a movie. It became a movement. And even till now, like, I just feel like black people are a lot more nicer to each other. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I feel like they had it had a big part to play.
It did.
In Black Panther.
It did. Yeah. But I just think of it. You've never in your life seen cinema, big cinema, Odeon or whatever, Central, full up of black people. Full to the front seats where you're next like this.
That's and headscarves, smelling of cocoa butter and old sheet in the
all sorts. It became a viral movement, and I've never, even when I'm speaking to like the older generation, they're like, never seen anything like this.
I found it actually quite cute when I would literally see people on the street walking past each other and just throw up, throw that up.
Just throw up,
What? Yeah. This is That gave me life.
Another thing is the kids as well. So, because remember, we're dressing up, so the kids are seeing a superhero, a character
that resembles
them. There was a few lines that they said. I remember Okoye. There was what's his name? He was arrested. Claw with the arm. So he was in the seat, taped up, and he's like, "What is love? Don't hurt me." And the detective, the white guy, I can't remember his name, was talking to Charla.
Yeah.
And then he goes, "Does she speak English?" And she goes, "When she wants to." You know, there's little things like that.
We've all been there.
Yeah, but I like how that was written, and I know that was based on because there's black writers and things like even when Shuri was like, "Don't scare me like that, colonizer."
Yeah.
No white person would write that.
I died at that moment because I'd never heard that.
You never
on the screen.
Yeah.
And it was hilarious, and it's something that we all would banter within ourselves, but it hadn't been, on the screen. And so for me, even down to the costume design, which I'm gladly so she won Best Oscar for costume. Thank you very much, because
who did?
The woman who designed the costumes. For
Black
Panther,
okay.
Which I think is the first time that's happened.
Oh wow.
So for me, I was just like, all the little bits that people overlook made up that whole experience for me. And exactly, even like how Shuri and T'Challa like greeted each other. Infamous, that's what we do. That's how we
it was
greet.
so calm.
It was,
it's almost like spudding, isn't it? They're just like,
it was so like familiar that you just felt at ease. Like these are my people.
Yeah. It was because it done so well across the black community, what they decided to do, Marva, this was funny. So what they decided like, oh, well, maybe we should do this with the other cultures as well.
Oh, what, the other black characters?
So what they're trying to, you've seen one of them already, Shang-Chi. So they was like, we're gonna look at our books, and we're gonna have one for the Asian community. So Shang-Chi was written.
Netflix are really coming out for each other. I see this.
And there's another one for the Muslim community. Her name is Kamala Khan.
Okay.
She's like Miss Marvel, but like it was based on the success. There's like and they've got all like Kamala Khan. They've got Muslim writers, Muslim this.
But the thing is, I really hate the fact that you have to wait for the success in order to get the opportunity because it's just like
it's crazy.
White is right, and so
it's crazy. When I heard that I thought, oh, that's a bit. I didn't know how to take it, but it's good. Like what you said, it's like you have to wait to see the success, to then go, oh, there's something here.
Yeah.
When we've been screaming at you lot for time.
We've been screaming for the longest time. And there's so many other characters like Black Panther that they could bring to the forefront and make stories of. I mean, we've seen it with other comics like, Storm. She's never had her own standalone. And now they're trying to talk about that. And it's like, I mean, first of all, get Storm right first. Pause. And then we could talk about a standalone. But it's like, why did we have to wait for that to happen?
They're going to do a Blade again. Blade coming back.
And Blade, first of all, let's put some respect on Blade, right? Because that started off the Marvel franchise. And people forget, like, that's completely different. No, put some respect to Wesley Snipes, please. Because he was out here
chopping up.
Being vampire, and I just, which is I love Blade.
Yeah, I don't know if I could watch it again due to the graphics.
I mean, the graphics are great, but that back in the day.
I know, but I won't be able to go back to that mindset. It will bother me. The only thing that I'll always enjoy is Michael Jackson's Thriller. I don't care how much I can see
that was so revolutionary though. It was so ahead of its time and one of the best things you could ever see.
I would watch that. It doesn't matter. Like, it still gives me that feeling of
I remember we used to use that to scare my sister.
Serious?
Yeah, that was so mean. She was terrified. You gotta do what you gotta do. Oh, another thing, should I say, that I loved about Black Panther is the individual stories that everyone had, and which is where I'm talking about like having writers in the room to give each character their own story. Brings me to, is Killmonger a villain?
I don't think he is. He just had a lot of pain. Someone, the king of Wakanda at the time, killed his dad. at a young age,
Of course.
and then disappeared, and he had to battle that himself.
It's like
and
the classic revenge story.
yeah, like so he's not really bad.
Also, he wasn't bad because I felt like what he was fighting for. You know, there's always like two different types of approach, and I felt like his approach was just a bit more aggy.
That's all it is. Yeah,
I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Might be a little bit extreme, but I get what
I
you're
get
saying.
it. I get it. Yeah. No, I fully agree. I don't think he's a villain per se. No.
One of my favorite scenes is the one when he's in the museum and he's talking about the artifacts, and he's just saying, "Nah, you know, I'm just going to take it off your hands." Like that line, and she's like, "What do you mean you're going to take it?" She goes, "Yeah, the same way your ancestors came and just stole."
So,
I was like, in the cinema, I was like, "Oh no, they didn't. They didn't just actually say that with a straight face."
And even when he took the mask, he said, "No, I'm feeling it." I like when when he saw his auntie, and he's like, "Hey, auntie."
Yes.
Cheesy and cheeky.
Yeah.
Cheeky with it. Hey, auntie.
But there's still it's like that respect of like you still call it auntie.
Yeah.
You know, you can't be calling her like.
You can't be calling. I just
Auntie Ange, you know.
Great film. Great film.
Nah.
I beg your pardon.
It was taken by British soldiers in Benin, but it's from Wakanda, and it's made out of vibranium. Don't trip. I'm gonna take it off your hands for you.
So that's why I empathize with his character, Killmonger, because he is painted to be the villain, but actually when you get to know his story, you quickly realize like, oh, maybe I understand where it's coming from.
Yeah, I understand that. I get it. I'm not mad at Killmonger. I'm not mad at Killmonger. Even at the end when he was passing, because some people think he's not dead.
Yes. There is talks of a comeback.
Yeah, because I don't know if this is one. I'm so intrigued on how they are going to. Apparently, Ryan Coogler said we've figured out a way. But I
don't
really
do that CGI stuff.
No, they're not gonna do.
Because I can't deal with like not alive Chadwick on the screen.
Yeah, no, they're not gonna recast him.
Which is just like, well, I thought they were gonna do Michael B. Jordan was gonna be
the
new Black Panther, and I feel like that's the only thing that people wouldn't mind happening. Then rather than bringing someone else in.
I did think that's why they said we're not, out of respect, we're not recasting Black.
Because it's like a rebirth.
Yeah,
it could be like a rebirth thing.
Yeah, and he was already, we'd already taken to him. You've
seen him in that kind of costume.
Yeah. However, in the comics, Shuri became Black Panther, you know.
Okay, that I'm here for.
So, like, in the comics, she was already...
Look at this feminist stuff. I love it.
Shuri became Black Panther. So, they could go that route, but I think what they're going to do is, my prediction is, it's going to be addressed that our king is dead. Like, and it's that kind of, what do we do? Like, they have to, they can't kill him in the movie.
Yes.
No way.
No.
They cannot do that.
That would be too traumatizing for everybody.
They can't do that.
Yes.
So they're just gonna have to address like the movies like our king's dead. Like so it's like the audience know already why he's dead and because he's in real life and like we can understand that in the movie because they're expressing how they feel through the movie. So they're expressing our pain as well through the movie.
One of the things that I liked about Killmonger is that he represented a part of our community that's how they think and that's how they will react because of all the trauma that the world has imposed
You're right, I agree
on
with
us.
that. I never saw it like that, but 100%.
Oh, yeah, they definitely,
it's true.
You know, those people in society who kind of speak up or say things that the rest of us are probably a little bit too scared to say. And that's one of the reasons why I love his character so much. And for Michael B. Jordan, who is like beloved by all, to play that character was actually quite refreshing. Like I like to see that kind of layer from him. Because obviously it's like, oh, everyone loves Michael B. Jordan. He did no wrong.
Do you reckon his fame boosted a lot from the movie? Or he was already loved by many before?
He was already loved, I would say. And I think probably more, like out of the cast, most well known. Like,
yeah, it's true, isn't it?
Do you get what I'm trying to say? Because he'd already done like Fantastic Four and done all these other things.
He'd done a boxing thing as well.
Yeah, exactly. Creed. And Yeah, he'd done quite a few, and I think Black Panther catapulted a few of the others a bit more, like made them proper household names, which I loved. Also, they did touch upon the divide and conquer, the East and the West, always stealing and taking from Africa, and it was like this one little pure part of Africa that hadn't been touched or colonized or abused, and it was like, look how far we would be if the rest of the world hadn't come and stolen.
I think it's mad. This was written by a white guy in 19 something.
Then how can you argue? Then how can you argue? It was written by a white guy. Yeah, so even he knows.
Yeah,
even he
Jack
was like,
Kirby, he's like, this is.
They would have been cool without us. So that white savior complex, it completely trashes it because it was like they were good. They would have been good.
They would have been good.
We came and started fiddling around, and what I love as well is the variations of empowered women that it has in it. For me, growing up, that's all I've ever seen. But it was nice to see the different variations. You had Shuri, the scientist, techie whiz. You had Okoye, the absolute like warrior. She just like, but banter. Like she had a comedy side. And she was serious and kick ass.
It's true actually. You're breaking it down different.
I mean, I'm just saying. I was like layers of layers.
Thinking like, it's true, you're right.
Because we don't see that, especially in mainstream movies. The one black character, especially a female that they would have, should either be promiscuous, feisty, so that finger wagging attitude, kind of.
Writers and directors, isn't
it? Was just, and so that's why it's like when people try to critique this film in a negative way, I'm like, you're missing the massive picture here. Like, it's for girls like me who are young to look at that and be like, oh, I can literally be any one of these women, which I didn't have that. I didn't have that.
You haven't had that,
All the women on TV or film were in traumatic experiences or relationships.
Ryan Coogler done an amazing job in ways that I didn't even think of. The empowerment is so true. I'm thinking of the other women that was in it, even the other tribes and how they came together.
Love that.
Yeah, how they came together.
I love the fact that they were even bold and like things like that just breaking the mold of what the ideas of beauty are, especially in the Western world. It's like, no, this is what we consider beautiful.
They called the Dora Milaje.
I was ready to join. I was
ready. The clip was right. You got the Britney Spears.
I'm not sure if I've got the head for it, but I was willing to risk it all just to be part of the clique. I was like, they hard.
Yeah, they went in. The fighting. I like when Okoye had the wig on and she was desperate to take it off.
She was like, this thing is wrong. This is not.
Second she started fighting, she flung it out and just carry on her.
It's off. Did you have any favourite scenes that stood out to you?
I liked the banter between the brothers and sisters, so Shuri and T'Challa. I liked that.
It was so genuine, and you just felt like if you have siblings, that is exactly what it is. It's like rivalry, but love.
Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. That's probably the main bits that stood out to me. I liked M'Baku as well.
Winston Duke, that put him on the map. We were like, who is this guy?
Okay, I thought it would put someone on the map.
All of a sudden, I was girls, we were like, that's why I know his name.
Okay.
That was, I love the fact that he was just like this anti-guy, but like, wanted to take the throne, lost, but still look cute. It's fine.
You know, in the comics, he was actually called Man-Ape. Like his character's called Man-Ape, but they said Ryan. That's what Ryan said. That's why his mask. That's why his mask was. He's a known character. He's Man-Ape.
And that's when it was written by a white guy. He called the black guy.
Man-Ape. So, but they're like, we're not doing that.
Absolutely not.
Yeah. Well,
that would have,
there's
black people involved. If there weren't, that would have come on, and then it would have been a whole hoo-ha.
But he's I like his character.
Yeah. Oh my god. But it had the cast was mad. You had Daniel Kaluuya, you had Queen Angela Bassett. Right. Who else can play Queen Mother? I just felt that was so befitting.
Last time I seen it was in my missus told me to watch a film. She was quite wild with it. I think she had a fire. She threw it. What's the film, man? She that one where she's walking off and there was a car burning.
Wait Until It Sells.
Something like that's
Listen,
it. Yeah.
You
Well,
see?
she was like
trauma.
crazy kind of what?
She weren't crazy.
Not crazy, but she was.
reacted.
Yeah, but she
to
was
her
more
husband
like
treating her like
yeah,
trash
yeah,
and cheating
okay,
on her,
cool, cool.
now he wants to so she could burn some shit.
Yeah,
that's
cool.
what we.
True.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. But it's just that's the last time that I
Wow.
can think of. There's
That
probably a
was a
whole
while
heap
ago.
of movies in
Yeah.
between that she's been in. But from what I remember, that stood out to me was that, and then to see her, that she's very much more. I suppose it's called good acting. She was much more
Poised.
Yeah,
I mean, she's actually the highest paid female right now on telly.
Serious?
On a show called 911 that I watch because obviously she's in it, so I have to watch it.
Yeah.
But it's when I read that, I was like, get your money.
Did Shuri stand out to you a lot?
Shuri did, just because like anytime there's a black British actress or actor, I root for them so hard, like they're my brothers and sisters.
Okay.
And so that's why Daniel Kaluuya, Shuri, and those people stood out to me because like you've seen the growth, you've seen the journey, and it was just like.
Is Winston American?
No,
or British?
he's American.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. And so for me, I was just like, come
Yeah.
on, do you know what I mean?
Since
Like,
America really likes British actors, you know.
no, okay. So
cool,
the
go
beef
on.
is.
To teach me.
is that we are, and this is no disrespect to American actors, but we are more technically trained.
Okay.
So British actors do a lot more theatre, which comes with another skill.
Yeah.
So when they go over there, they're not just TV stars or commercial stars, whatever they are,
They've
proper
got-
theatre stars.
Yeah,
and
we've
that
got-
takes a lot of skill to do. And also we're cheaper.
Okay. Okay, interesting.
So,
So I learned something new.
It gets a bit turkey. So the Americans are a bit like,
But to be fair, it's sometimes, you know, it's cool because the awareness is much more and you're just going to get picked up by bigger and bigger companies. So, yeah, I don't mind that trade-off.
no, absolutely.
Yeah.
And also that's why a lot of Americans come to the UK, come to London to do Broadway,
To do
so they can get that experience and it elevates them a lot more, and then they go back.
Yeah, with their high pay.
Then they're like, you can pay me and I can actually act now. So it's like
That's
a win-win. So we've come to the part of the quick fire round.
Come, it's ready.
Just do some little. So I'll ask you a question, whoever comes to mind first. And a lot of people get tongue-tied, but
I can
think
imagine.
you-
I probably will, but cause I don't watch as much movies as you know. When you know,
There's no judgment here.
Okay,
Whatever
cool.
you say is not a wrong answer.
All right, cool.
So who's your favourite black actor? Dun, 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 dun. Sorry.
Samuel Jackson.
Oh, why Samuel
Oh,
Jackson?
another follow-up question.
Yeah,
Why can't you
well
just-
now I gotta
you
know
got-
because no one's actually mentioned him, and I love Sam J.
And notice when it comes to acting, you got. There's a way to make the person believe in the role. And when I watch him, I don't know. I just believe. I believe in him. I believe in the role that he's playing, and he's versatile with it. He's done so many characters over there.
Ridiculous. Also, I know my favorite Sam J film, but do you have one?
No.
You know, you were just like straight away. No.
Once again, like I said, he's in Marvel.
Yes.
Yeah, you figured.
Of course, he had to be in Marvel. He's like literally in every film in the whole world. He's like, pay me, Hollywood, reparations.
And just to see him acting in that, I can't think of my favorite. Maybe Pulp Fiction.
He's brilliant in Pulp Fiction. Mine is A Time to Kill.
I don't think I've seen it.
I mean, it's traumatic and it's full of just heartache and heart wrench.
Is that
But-
what you like?
No, I don't. But his performance in that and the story is just something out of this world. And the cast is brilliant. It's got Matthew McConaughey, Sandra Bullock, him, and yeah. I won't give too much away, but you should watch it.
Do you know another character? I can't. What's his name? Something Majors. Jonathan Majors.
Yes, he's fantastic.
Yes.
So did you watch what was
Probably
that?
not.
The series that just recently
Wait,
came out.
Loki. Wait.
No.
Okay, cool.
Craft, Lovecraft Country.
No.
Brilliant. Absolutely fantastic. It's like a black sci-fi.
Okay.
What? I was.
What's
here
it
for
called?
Lovecraft Country.
Okay, cool.
It was. You need to watch it. It's
Yeah,
honestly one of the best
he's,
things I've ever seen.
he's, I got my eyes on him.
Did you watch the last Black Man in San Francisco?
No.
Which is where I first saw him
Oh, is
a
it?
few years ago. sure that was it. And I saw like they had a panel at the BFI and we got to meet. It was honestly, it was brilliant. I was like, it's fantastic. Co-written by a black guy as well, so it was great. Favorite actress?
Viola Davis.
Oh, yes. Queen.
Yeah.
I adore her.
Yeah.
I think she's phenomenal and just
Yeah,
out of this world.
she can act.
Act.
Yeah. Takes it serious.
She's a thespian. Like, she's a proper actress.
I was gonna go. Yeah. She's a thespian. Yeah, that one. Yeah, she's a thespian. Yeah.
Like, she's done theatre and that kind of act, so you can really see that she's got layers to her acting. And when she's one of the few people that can cry and make me want to cry, like she's crying. I mean, she does the snot.
Yeah.
The snot cry to a T. Like that, I've never seen anyone do snot cry like Viola. Like, she's infamous for it. Like, just one.
She got not one nose, both nostrils.
Then it goes in, like, there's an order.
When it touches the lip and she's still acting.
I'll be like, cut! I gotta wipe this stuff off my face. No, she's phenomenal, and I agree with you. I think she's insane.
Yeah.
My other favourite would be Angela, but
Bassett.
yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what it was. It was from What's Love Got to Do with It. From that point on, and she didn't win the Oscar, it hurt me.
Oh, wow.
I'm not gonna lie, because that performance was transcending. So, this is a funny one.
Oh.
Which fictional country would you prefer to be from? Wakanda or Zamunda?
Wakanda.
Ah, of course.
Wakanda, 100%.
I mean, the technology in Wakanda is mad.
What?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'd have TV on my contact lenses and like, yeah, Wakanda one. That's not even without a shadow of a doubt.
But Zamunda walked so Wakanda could run. You know what I mean? Like, and that's why it's like, I like that. You know, we're just building upon.
Yeah, Wakanda 100%, and yeah, that technology.
Yeah, it was mad.
What?
I wonder if they could do
sneak
like
out of Wakanda, go to Apple, like look at what I've got. The iPhone 100.
Apple
Don't
ain't got
piss
nothing on me.
It's got vibranium in the camera lens. Come on.
What's your favorite black villain? Or who's your favorite black villain? Should I say?
I've already said his name, but Jonathan Majors. Well, he's about to be a villain.
Oh, is it in Loki?
Yeah. He's
So I
gonna
haven't
be.
seen it.
Yeah, he's going to be a huge character. He's gonna be like how Thanos is.
Right.
He's Jonathan Majors. Yeah. This is how Jonathan Majors is gonna be in the next 5 to 10 years.
How do I hate a fictional person this much? Like,
Do you?
Like, but the thing is, well, you won't.
What?
He's a G. He's an absolute G. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But he's just like, you're such a Debbie Downer, innit? Like, you're such a Debbie. Like, why? Like, just let people live. You know. Just.
Wicked. Yeah,
I remember I sat there at the end of the film. I was like,
yeah, you actually done it.
this guy's about that life.
I like when he said,
with a straight face.
He said, what's his name? His daughter Nebula came and said to him, I've got the stone. They never suspected anything, and he's like, the arrogant never do. But he's so cocky with it, and he's just like.
And the actor they got to voice is just perfect as well. Absolutely.
But yeah, Jonathan Majors is going to become a huge villain. That level of, his name's going to be called Kang.
See, now I've actually just paid for Disney Plus because I have too many things. I've got too many things. I'm like
you
Amazon,
like
Netflix, Sky,
this,
like
that, Now TV and this is.
Not now, but
okay, cool.
Literally.
Okay, cool.
So I was like, oh God, and only because we were doing this. I got it.
Okay, serious.
Because it was nowhere. I was like, where is Black Panther? Couldn't find it. I was like, motherfuckers. Now they got my money. They got my money.
It.
Yeah.
But you're in the trial bit. It sounds like you're in the trial.
No, I think I just paid for it.
Okay,
I think
cool.
I just paid.
Like that,
I just thought, F it. Because once I'm in now, I don't want it to get taken away.
Okay,
because
cool.
I will be mad.
Okay.
And I enjoy it.
That FOMO feeling.
Yeah,
missing out. Okay.
Absolutely. Favorite Chadwick Boseman movie?
You know what I'm gonna say.
Black Panther.
Yeah.
All right, second. Like, why are you trying to
Do you know what it is? I'll be so honest with you. That's the first time I've seen him in a film. You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm not, like, your film level 100.
No.
Tell me, you don't know.
21 Bridges.
I was going to watch that. I didn't watch that.
It's a really good cat and mouse kind of movie. Like, just a simple, it reminded me of the good old, like, you know, the 90s action films? Simple, where it was just like one-dimensional story.
Cool. Yeah.
but entertaining.
Yeah.
I loved it.
That's where I first saw him. I thought, I've seen this guy, but I don't know where. Anyways, go on, Black Panther.
What about the one that he did with Viola? I mean, that was like
old school one, innit?
Yeah.
I've seen clips of.
But you haven't.
I haven't seen it.
I'm just gonna stop there.
Yeah.
Go on. What about your favorite Michael B. Jordan film?
Creed. There was one other one though.
I liked Fruitvale Station. His performance in that. That one that was based on a true story of the guy that got killed, the black guy that got killed.
He was a lawyer or something.
No. Oh, that one was a good one, based on a true story as well. But no, this was police brutality.
Oh, okay. I feel
One.
like it.
And it was more earlier on.
What's
like
it called?
It's Fruitvale Station.
Shit, it sounds
It
familiar.
is so good. Like his performance in that is fantastic.
Okay. I need
Early. It's another. You got homework.
Yeah, I do.
I'm gonna be checking up with you in like a week. What have you watched?
Yeah.
Who is your favorite superhero character?
Does it have to be black? It doesn't.
No,
Okay,
you can.
cool. I didn't know. Okay, cool. His favorite superhero
I'm gonna
character.
cast a wide net.
He's not a superhero. He's a villain. It's Thanos. I love Thanos.
Okay, yeah. No, yeah. Actually, yeah. He's a
Yeah,
character,
but
isn't he?
yeah, I get into it, you know. So even Shang-Chi as a superhero.
Did you watch it though?
Yes.
Did you like
the
it?
premiere? Listen, I don't mess about, you know. Listen. I don't watch it when it comes in the cinema. I'm at the premiere. I'll make sure.
How did that go? Do you want to hook a sister up?
No, I liked him. I liked the character he will. I don't know. I just liked the power he's got. And
The rings.
Yeah, just.
I fell asleep. And I don't fall asleep. I love martial art films. Like, I love martial art films. So for me, I was like, Marvel, martial arts, this is like,
let's go.
Surely they can't get this wrong. They did too much. They just
Did
did
they?
too much.
To you?
It went on for too long.
What?
There was about 45 minutes we could have got rid of.
They had a lot of explaining to do. It's his origin story.
No, they just kept on explaining. You know, and it was like, I get it.
No.
I get it. Let's move on now. But yeah, that was...
Nah. Fair enough.
But that would be my only... I was disappointed.
I'm ready for Blade, though. I'm ready for Blade.
Absolutely. And
wanna
Mahershala
see.
Ali is phenomenal. One of my favorite
What did he
actors.
win? He won.
Green Book. He won the Oscar for
That's
Green
it,
Book.
yeah.
I mean, and Best Picture in Moonlight.
Yeah.
Oscar winner, you know.
Yeah. So I just want to know how they're going to portray him, because Disney don't do R-rated films. But they're trying to. Yeah, like Blade has to be
It has to.
R-rated. Same like
Probably
with
chopping
Wolverine.
people, like,
It
heads
has
off.
to be. Same like with Deadpool. It has to be R-rated. To do it justice.
Logan was wicked.
Yeah, you have to. It has to be.
When they were swearing, I was like, this is my type of film.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
I just want them to do Blade justice. There's vampires. You got to kill a vampire the right way. And
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Don't be doing some PG-13.
No.
Do it.
I need savage.
Yeah.
Throughout.
So that's what I'm interested to see.
Awesome. Okay, well, that's the end of the quickfire round. So if you had to direct someone to YouTube to entice them to watch Black Panther for some reason, if they hadn't watched it yet, what scene would it be and why?
The clip when Shuri was showing T'Challa his new suit and showing him the technology and getting T'Challa to kick the suit and then charging it up and getting him to kick it again, and she's pulling out a phone and she's like, no, it's just for research purposes. And him flying back and her laughing and delete that footage. That bit there, yeah, it just reminds me of that sibling banter.
Yeah. I would, that is a wicked scene. I also like the car chase scene.
I love that scene.
Yeah, in Korea, I think it was.
Yeah.
Life. I love a good action sequence, and anything, when I see a good one, I'm like, I actually want to watch this now. Like, the rest of the film might be crap, but now I'm like,
the action scene.
yeah, that is good for me. One of my favorite scenes is when the dreamscape, when T'Challa goes and sees his dad.
Yeah.
Like, is reunited with his dad. There's something magical about that scene. Kind of reminds me of Lion King, but it's like something quite magical when the love that you see between them, and also like the dad kind of like just kind of handing over the crown, but you don't see it.
You don't see it.
But it's with words and
words.
emotions. I just love that because we don't see enough of like Black love like that, father and son on the screen. So for me, I was like just my heart melted watching that. But Ryan Coogler, I think, did a phenomenal job
100%.
in creating something that was symbolic, that represented Africa in its
Iconic as
richness,
well. Yep.
iconic, and that I think we'll be talking about for generations
Yeah,
to come.
100%. It's like I don't know, Terminator or that film that's like that's there.
Yeah,
You know.
exactly.
100%. I'm gonna look into them because I really like as I'm talking to you and
Yes.
through this podcast, this interview, it's made me realize how much I'm intrigued by him.
Absolutely.
And I love his work. So
Yeah. But honestly, Axel, it's been so fun having you on. I'm sorry I've taken up so much of your time.
No worries, no
but
worries.
it's been fun, and you spoke about a film that I love and a legend who will live in our hearts forever, Chadwick
100%.
Boseman. And I just hope that there's more of these Black Panther type films to come.
100%, without a doubt.